There shall come forth a rod from the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. What will happen? And the Spirit of the Lord, the central stand, shall rest upon him. Now, what's the branch of that Spirit?
Wisdom.
What again?
Understanding.
Solomon carried 2. See his works. That's what he asked for. Give me wisdom and words. He said, put 2 of your spirit in my life. The spirit of counsel. That one is another dimension. That's what was working on Ahithophel before. Where they say if he spoke to you, you don't need to meet God again. They say in those days his counsel was like an oracle. If you meet him and that's God, God has spoken to you. Might was the one on David. By my God, I can run through a troop. I can leap over a wall. He has taught my fingers to war. By my God, I can bend a bow. He's that one. He walked on Samson.
Yeah.
With the jawbone of an axe. I have slain 1,000 heap upon heap. He walked on Joshua. He slew 31 kings. David carried it and laid hands on his mighty men, and one of them fought until his hand cleaved to the sword. And he stood in a field. His feet were stuck, but he still slew 1,000 in one spot. Only one of that spirit. There is coming a time that you will grow until you will be full with the fullness of God.
Amen.
That's what Paul was saying when he said you are being built as an habitation for the house of God, that you may be able to comprehend the length and the breadth of that, you may be filled with the with all the fullness of God. That's the fullness.
The fullness.
There are 7. 7 is the number of what?
Perfection.
That's it. And the spirit of revelation. That one was heavy on Daniel. They said there's a man in your kingdom in whom is the what? The spirit of the Holy God. And in those days, wisdom and light and light. What do you used to see again?
Light.
That's the spirit of revelation. Solomon carried 2. Till date, not one like him has arisen. David carried 2 again. He carried wisdom. He carried, because they said concerning him, he behaved himself wisely.
Yes,
and he behaved himself more wisely. And he behaved himself wisely. And that woman that Joab said concerning him, but my Lord is as wise as what? The wisdom of an angel. The people in Jerusalem said David was as wise as an angel. But hold on, David was about 16 years, and might took hold of him, and he went to the battlefield and saw a man standing almost as tall as this roof, and the man was carrying sword and he was carrying stones, and the man looked at him and said, am I a dog? You want to stone me? But he said to him, I come in the name of the Lord. What was working on him?
Might.
It's called the spirit of Gibor. Mighty. What did they say about God? The Lord strong and word. Might. That's what they were revealing. How many do you want to carry in your generation? See that the fear of the Lord, that one possessed Joseph. He said, I fear the Lord. I fear the Lord. See all the great men, you could identify what was working on them. I'm asking you today, which one is working on you or working in you? Am I reading Harry Potter? Is this a fictional story? This is the living word of God I'm breaking for you.